Malaysian authorities say more must be done to make the country's roads safe. Speaking a day after a bus crash in Johor left 14 people dead, a top official in the state said this is a tragedy that happens too often.
Inilah Malaysia style. Kan, saya dah sebut dalam Facebook, inilah gaya Malaysia lah. Gaya Malaysia ni hangat-hangat tai ayam. Kita dah berlaku kemalangan ni dah banyak kali dah. Dah banyak kali buat postmortem, buat siasatan. Apa dia punya dia punya outcome dia apa? Lepas tu berlaku lagi, buat lagi siasatan, buat lagi. Besok buat lagi. Kan, sepatutnya kita kena menilai.
3 Singaporeans and a Singaporean PR were among those killed. 16 others were injured, including 5 Singaporeans. The bus was travelling from Johor Bahru to Kuala Lumpur in the wee hours of yesterday when it went off the road into a ravine. The bus driver was among those killed. Police had said he might have been speeding, but today it emerged that he may have only had 3 hours rest before hitting the road. And Malaysia's Road Transport Department says he had no previous record of traffic offences. It's a different story for the bus operator Gold Star Express with 8 prior summonses. Its licence has been suspended with immediate effect. The company does not operate here in Singapore. Now, a man representing Gold Star Express turned up at the hospital in Muar, where the accident victims were taken. Our reporter asked him what the bus operator is doing to help.
The bus company at the centre of the tragic accident is hoping to make amends. Gold Star Express says it's covering all the medical bills for those injured and helping the families with their insurance claims. Further compensation is also likely.
So, like company compensation, also we have to discuss with all my big boss people, see what the further action we're going to take. But so far, the claim of the insurance is definitely will assist them until the end.
Mr. Chong was here to visit the injured patients and settle their medical bills. He said he paid about 6,000 ringgit to cover the medical costs of the 5 injured Singaporeans. His company's license has been suspended for now. Mr. Chong says that the company is reviewing safety practices like having more vehicle checks and being stricter on driver discipline. It would even consider doing away with long-haul drives.
Last time we do JB direct to Penang. So maybe we will consider to reschedule our schedule.
Mr. Chong says he was affected by the accident and hopes that customers would consider the company's otherwise clean track record. But ultimately, he said the company takes responsibility for the incident.
I hope that everybody can accept our apologize for this matter because we are not, want this happening, you see.
Mr. Chong says he will be in Singapore shortly to meet the affected families.
Now, the 3 Singaporean women who died in the bus crash were laid to rest at Choa Chu Kang Muslim Cemetery this afternoon. In this post on Facebook, a relative of 2 of the victims says she's still in great shock. Sazlina Tamron lost her 63-year-old sister Farida and her niece, Farida's 21-year-old daughter Hanzima Mustafa. The other Singaporean who died was Hamima Mamu. She's seen in this photo, which was taken on the bus. And Singapore PR Ao Poi Q also perished in the tragedy. Well, express bus operators at Golden Mile Complex here in Singapore say yesterday's crash hasn't affected their business. Our reporter also spoke to one bus driver about the safety of the route in question.
Golden Mile Complex is where most people would go to if they wish to find a ride into Malaysia. Travellers from Channel News Asia spoke with seemed undeterred by news of the Muar bus crash.
So far we are travelling by the bus is more convenient because they are not much speeding also. They are controlling very well. Not more than 100 they are speeding.
Most of the buses are very safe. Even though it's a long journey, you should just give confidence to the bus driver and usually it doesn't happen. So there's always a risk factor in it. But just if you want to enjoy your holidays and all that, just carry on with your journey.
A driver who has had more than 10 years of experience plying the Singapore-Malaysia highway insists the route is safe.
tempat kejadian tu ada kawasan yang lurus. Cuma disebabkan mungkin faktor masa, okey, sebab dah lewat awal pagi kan, kejadian berlaku pada pukul 3 pagi, jadi ada kemungkinan disebabkan keletihan.
The speed limit for buses is 90 kilometers per hour on expressways. Under Malaysian law, 2 drivers are required to rotate duties for journeys over 300 kilometers, or those that take longer than 4 hours to complete. But Mr. Hasfizal said these rules are not always followed. Staff of operators based at Golden Mile Complex say they haven't noticed an increase in cancellations nor a dip in sales ever since the accident happened. They also say that they usually avoid offering night services due to the higher risk posed by low light conditions, though demand does go up during festive seasons.